Hello everyone, welcome Gallivanters and Ranters. So I have decided to vlog during this pandemic experience. It is definitely for you guys, but mostly it's for myself. It's for posterity. It's for me being able to look back on and remember what it is that I went through, what I experienced, what I was feeling, what I learned, all that kind of stuff. I am actually coming to you from week 2 of self-quarantine or self-isolation or social distancing, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, this is week 1. It's kind of basic, but coming in week 2, I'm going to do more of an analysis of everything that's been happening, what's been going on with our whole political situation. But yeah, here is the first week of my self-isolation, and I hope you enjoy. That's kind of like effed up because people are dying. It sounds pretty insensitive. Like, I don't want to make this thing seem fun, you know, but this is genuinely, I just want to look back on this and remember my experience. And I hope you guys are doing somewhat of the same. If you're not vlogging, maybe you're writing a journal or somehow keeping track of everything, because this is a historical moment. We don't know where life is going to go from here, how things are going to change, but things are definitely going to change in some way. So I will see you all in week 2. So I just witnessed this beautiful hummingbird, and I've seen lots of hummingbirds before, especially around my parents' house, but this one, I don't know, it was just so magical. It was like raining and he had the most beautiful red chest, and yeah, it was really nice. I'm heading now to the grocery store, and we're going to see what it looks like, see what's available, see what is sold out, see what they're price gouging. There is a QFC grocery store right up the block here, so that's where I'm gonna head right now. And then looks like I guess I'll just head home because there are 0 walks available and I'm not about to stay my ass out here in the rain. Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Good morning, love. So this is day 3 of what was supposed to be a self-quarantine, but I really only self-quarantined for the first day. It is Saturday, so Thursday I stayed in all day. Yesterday I went out for just a little bit, as you saw, to do one walk and get some groceries, and man, I can't keep my face in this frame. And then today I am actually out. I just picked up 2 walks as well for today. I will be out for a few hours and then I'll likely head straight back to the house, and unless I pick up another walk. But yeah, I'm strictly limiting my going out to just making a little bit of money, because it's been proposed that they're going to give us about $1,000 per month, but nothing has been passed yet. Most Republicans in Congress are assholes, so who knows if it even will be passed. And until I know that I can get some economic relief, I have to keep going back out. And it's some bullshit too, because they just approved $1.5 trillion for fucking Wall Street yet again, and then now they're squabbling about if they're gonna give any money to poor and working class families. Like, how is this an issue? This should not be an issue. This country is so fucked. There's so much chaos going on. It's just like hospitals and clinics and stuff are overwhelmed, and they're not prepared for this at all. It's such a mess, but here we are, onward to day 3. Also, let's just talk for a moment about how freaking cold it is out here. It is 36 degrees right now, but the weather app says it feels like 30, which I believe it because my hands are super dried out right now and they're burning. Maybe I should have stayed home. Those were 2 interesting walks. The first one, the owner was home and the dog didn't want to go out with another walker. She told me this would happen. So the walk only lasted about not even 10 minutes. And then the second one was very sad. The second one I had to report to the company that I worked for because the dog had cuts on his ears and blood all over his face and his neck. The conditions that he was living in was just awful. Yeah, so that's the second time that I've had to report a dog to the company that I work for neglect or some type of like abuse. It's very unfortunate, but I've had over 1,000 walks now and I've only had to report 2 cases, so it's a good track record, but still, I wish it was 0. It's a nice day outside. It's no longer as cold, but it's still cold. We're probably just gonna get home, eat some food, and just chill for the rest of the day. So I have just got home and I have properly washed my hands for at least 20 seconds with soap. I am about to figure out what it is that I want for lunch and get something started because I am hungry. I cut up some bananas so I can have some smoothies in the next few days. Yeah, some orange juice, some almond milk in there somewhere. Now I'm about to wash up some carrots so I can have for a snack before my sandwiches. Dipping sauce, yeah. Fun fact about me, I love hard raw carrots, but I don't like soft cooked carrots. And I actually bought these to put into a stew, but the way that I cook them, they're still a little crunchy, so it's not too bad. But like the really soft carrots, I don't know, it's the texture thing. Like I don't like them. One of the things that I really like about Seattle is that they compost and they actually come around for yard waste and compost here in the city, not just trash and recycling. So good job, Seattle. Nice healthy snack. And now I am getting ready to make a not so healthy lunch. I am having grilled cheese because I love having grilled cheese when it's cold outside. It just reminds me of childhood and youth. Perfection. Perfection. I am just chilling in my room after I ate lunch. I started watching some YouTube videos. I scrolled through Facebook for a little while. I did my dishes. And yeah, now I'm back to catching up on Mari Johnson's PCT adventure. This has been day 3 of quarantine, of which only one day so far. I don't think I even explained that. So the first day was Thursday, and I stayed in all day and I recorded my video about, what was the video about? Oh, the Simon Says video about how the establishment rigs and manipulates presidential elections. I shot that, I edited it in the same day, and I stayed inside all day that day. Yesterday I went out for 1 walk and some groceries, and today I did 2 walks and then came straight home. I'm gonna go continue to be envious of her PCT adventure and wish that I had the money and the time to be able to do a hike like that. Wish I had friends who would even be interested in doing that hike with me, or just travel with me in general. But honestly, right now in my life, I can count on one hand how many friends I have. It's not very many. Yeah, I have a lot of internet cousins. I have a lot of people that I know, a lot of people that I've been friends with or known since high school, but like real true friends that will come through for me in a bind, less than 5. Good morning, loves. It is day 4. It is Sunday, March 15th at 8:15 in the morning. I should still be in bed right now. It is 34 degrees outside, but the wind chill makes it feel like 25. I'm taking 2 buses on a Sunday morning to go down for a 20-minute walk to make $9. She tipped very well yesterday. She gave me $4 tip, so if she does that again, maybe I'll make 13, but this shit is crazy. Like, if she tips me $4 and I make 13, I'll just hit $100 for this week. And today and tomorrow are the last day of my paycheck, or my pay period. So I typically, on a good week, make $400. I made $100 this week. Seriously, like, if it wasn't for my parents and my privilege, I'd be seriously stressing out right now, because I'm already stressing out thinking of them having to help me yet again. Just when I thought, I need to have a little real talk with you guys. Like, I just got my shit together. Just, got out of the hostels, got my own room. Really thought that I was gonna start to, be able to pay all my bills on time. Everything was gonna be fine. I was gonna be able to save. And then this shit hits. Like, I can't win for losing. Like I catch a break here and I catch a break there, but it's not enough. It's not enough. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I really hope they approve a stimulus package, and soon. Because if I can get even like $1,000 paycheck, I'll be great. I'll sit my ass at home. I won't move. But until then, I have to keep going out and keep exposing myself to all of this, keep exposing other people to it. I don't know if I'm a carrier. There's no testing, and the testing that they do have, a lot of it you have to pay for, and I can't afford that, especially if I'm only making $100 for the week. Like, shit is stressful. And this is what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to vlog for. Not just to, give a glimpse as to... Right now, Seattle is the #2 city in the country, in the United States, for the outbreak of the coronavirus. We're the first city to have a confirmed case, and now the only city that is ahead of us in the nation is New York City. I will keep telling you about how I'm feeling. I also want to be able to look back on this later on and see, remember what it is that I went through. So here we are, day 4. Let's do this. So I am out here getting ready to go to another walk. I've spent the majority of the day in the house. I've been going through a lot personally, honestly, so I had a bit of time that I was crying and writing about a lot of things, and then I took like an hour-and-a-half nap, and now I'm out here waiting on the bus to go to my next walk. A lot more things are shutting down. California is shutting down bars and wineries. New York City schools are finally closing until I think April 20th or something like that. So more and more things are closing, and I'll keep you guys updated as time progresses and different things happen. And people are still in a panic, like you saw from my footage from the store yesterday or the other day, that people are buying up all types of food. Some places people are just going to do the regular grocery shopping, and there's nothing for them. Toilet paper is still a big thing. I'm more disturbed by the shock of everyone and the panic and the but I don't blame them, because our elected officials, the US government, has no idea what they're doing. Like, they have no plan. They have zero plan in place for when something like this were to happen. So if they don't know what they're doing, how are we supposed to know what we're doing? We're hoping to look to them for moral support and leadership, and if our leaders don't know what the fuck they're doing, so it's a crazy time to be alive. I'm heading back home. One thing is for sure, these bus schedules are now so up in the air, with not that many people riding them. The apps will give me one time, and then I'll show up and then the bus will be going by, and it'll be 2 or 3 minutes early, and sometimes they stop and pass some time, but most of the time they just keep going, and I'm like, fuck. So I have to keep running constantly. I went to the store, got some more stuff. I really want to make this veggie chili that I make whenever it's cold outside, and I forgot to get corn, so I just stopped by, and then I got a few other things as well. They had my plant-based ground meat that I use for my tacos. So far I don't have anything else scheduled. We'll see if anything happens tomorrow, if I pick up any more walks. So far I've literally only spent one day at home, so we'll see what happens. Good morning. It is day Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, day 5 of quarantine. I have made the decision that I need to stay inside now. Everything is closed now, bars, restaurants, everything, but grocery stores and pharmacies still operating at normal hours for right now, but possibly will go to reduced hours soon enough. The latest I read this morning was that all of the European Union has shut down travel to foreigners, so only people able to come in are residents and medical and health staff, as well as medical goods. Everybody else has to stay away. The US government still has no idea what it's going to do. I don't know if I'm going to get a check or an economic stimulus package, which would be amazing, or if I'm going to try to file for unemployment today. That's one of the things on the list to do. So far I just ate breakfast and wrote my morning pages. I took a shower just now, washed my hair. I'm getting ready to do laundry, just kind of cleaning up the place, making sure everything is as clean and disinfected as possible. Two of my roommates, one has been gone for a little while, but she's coming back on Friday. And then my landlord who lives, I say roommate, but we all have our separate rooms, but they're both older, and I just feel like it's in their best interest if I'm not going in and out and in and out. It's such a risk because they are in that high risk category. I just want to make sure that they're okay. That's what's going on for today, day 5. Let's see what we get up to. I have been hard at work all morning, part of the afternoon, so it is snack time. But I just wanted to point out, isn't this some beautiful feminine art in food, in nature? Look at that, like we are all connected. Snack time is over and it's time to get back to work. I really want to be able to catch up on everything in life that I've been procrastinating on literally for years. I've gotten all of the videos off of my phone and put them on my hard drive. Now I just need to get the photos, and the photos are the biggest amount. I think there's like 5,000 photos or something like that. I still have a long ways to go, but this is gonna be our life for the next couple of weeks at least. So it'll be so nice to have, like, when I finally check the last thing off of my to-do list. Oh, I also have like 7,000 emails that I need to go through to literally be able to wake up and go, I don't have shit to do. Here's to getting shit done. Good morning. It is Tuesday, March 17th, day 6 that I have been keeping you updated on what's going on in my life. I am very much enjoying just sleeping to whatever time. Well, I typically would sleep to whatever time I would want anyways, but I would have a little bit more of an urgency to get up to start, you know, eating breakfast and things like that so I could get started dog walking. But now I just like my mentality is a little bit more slow. I'm really trying to stay present and stay focused in the moment, still trying to check these things off the to-do list. I know I'm not the only one excited to have some time to dive into being creative again. Actually, you know, having the time to do things that we desire. And I also saw something that was extremely important that said, and I'm so guilty of this, it said, not every hobby you have is meant to be commodified. You're not meant to try to find a way to monetize everything that you do. And I'm very guilty of that because being someone who, I only made just over $13,000 last year, and I have to pay about $1,600 of it back for taxes because I am an independent contractor, so I don't have taxes taken out of my paychecks. So as someone who doesn't make a lot of money, it is very much ingrained into my brain to try to make everything a possibility. Can I sell my photos? Can I do, video editing, which I haven't done for anyone, but I would be open to it. I don't enjoy anything because literally everything I do, I'm thinking of ways that I can make money off of it. And if I can't make money off of it, then it's pointless to even do. And that's like subconsciously, that's the decision that I've made. But I really need to get into something just for fun, just put away the camera, put away my phone, put away any thoughts of being able to monetize it and just enjoy it. Just have fun. I would love to live a creative life. If I could make a living off of being like I've never even taken a pottery class, but I know how much I loved working with clay when I was in elementary school. And just, I really want to, become a potter, or to build things, to build furniture, or build, I don't know, I'm so jealous and envious of people who build their own homes and make them like 100% sustainable and off-grid, if they have, like solar panels and things like that. I've still been letting fear take over me, and still been letting fear win. And one of the things that I am doing during this social distancing, self-quarantining, whatever you want to call it, has been The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. I'm very clear on some of the reasons that I, haven't allowed myself to live a creative life. And then there are other things that I think that I haven't discovered yet. I don't want to ruin for anybody if they want to do it. I think it's a very important book. It's a bestseller. There's tons of people who have done this book, and really, it's really helped them kickstart whatever kind of life it is that they really truly want to live, instead of the life that they're kind of forced into for survival. I think another one of the things that is a plus of all of this is people are really talking about how healthcare is such a necessity. We're starting to realize just how much, if you're riding the bus every day, just how much interaction you have with people, just how many surfaces we touch, how many times we touch our face, and how we are so trustworthy, or in most of the time blindly trusting of, people. A very hard conversation is going to be had in this country about healthcare. It's already been started, especially with this election year going on and stuff. A lot of the candidates were talking about healthcare, but I think now most of it is a necessity. We're going to look at people a lot different that continue to say that healthcare is not a human right, that people should have to pay for healthcare. I think a lot more people are opening their eyes, and a lot more people are going to be critical of that point of view. And I think that's a very good thing. I think we need to push ourselves forward and, progress. It is very sad that this has to happen this way, but I think Mother Nature and the creator or creators or whatever force is kind of in charge of everything gave us ample time. They gave us plenty of time to try to get it right on our own. And humans, or at least the humans that are in power, and this system in general, really fucked up. A small portion of us that were, fighting for healthcare for all, went pretty hard, and it wasn't enough to convince everyone else. So if this isn't enough to convince people, I don't know what the hell is. Even certain third world countries have free healthcare. Like, why in the actual hell do we not? And that's a rhetorical question. I know exactly why we don't have it, because it's not profitable. And anything in this country that's not profitable doesn't happen. Right now, I'm going to do my morning pages. That's one of the things about The Artist's Way, is that's where I got started on the morning pages. I was always the type to kind of journal here and there, but now I've finds that it's very imperative to write 3 morning pages every morning. You're technically supposed to kind of like roll over in bed and write them right when you wake up, but I usually wait until after breakfast, because if I don't pee and have breakfast first, then I'm not concentrating on the morning pages, and I'll just be irritated. So if I get those 2 things out of the way, then I can do the morning pages. It's kind of like they call it like a brain drain, to get like all of the things that are on your mind, overnight and stuff, things that you might be worried about throughout the day, to kind of get them on paper. And you're supposed to just kind of like leave them there, and then it really, really helps clear my mind. I will see you in just a bit. Good afternoon. I'm taking a little bit of a break from being productive so I can come out and take the dogs that I live with for a little walk. All of my roommates are gone for the day, so I am doing my roommate duties, and it's nice to be able to get out here. It's really nice today. It's freaking gorgeous. And then when I get back, I have to edit some video, do some laundry. I have to do my sheets and pillowcases and stuff. And yeah, not much has changed. Of course, there have been a rise in the number of people that have tested positive for the virus. Like bars and restaurants all have to close. Restaurants are able to do pickup only or delivery, but they're not allowed to have people dine in. The US is still scrambling. There's still talk about whether or not they're gonna send us relief checks, which I really, really hope. Even if I can get one for $1,000, that can, you know, pay my rent for, with what I have, I can pay my rent for 2 months and probably not much of my other bills, but I'll be able to get food and stuff like that. So I'll have a place to live and I'll have food, which are the two major things. So the article that I read said it might even be up to about $4,500 per person. Man, if I can get $4,500, holy crap. Like, I could pay my rent for a few months. I could pay my taxes completely. I wouldn't have to go on a payment plan and pay interest and all types of fees and stuff like that. I can just pay it right away. Yeah, I think the $4,500 is a bit of a dream. I don't think they'll ever pass that, but who knows? This is something unprecedented like we've never seen before, so it is quite possible. I was talking to my parents about just like how narrowly I escaped having to deal with all of this in a hostel. Like I just found this place. I just moved in about a week ago, or maybe 2 weeks ago now or something, but I almost had to fight this pandemic inside a hostel. I'm also so grateful for not having to work in the service industry anymore. I mean, I'm technically still kind of in the service industry, but like not food and beverage. Like I don't have to stand around and wait, you know, for an 8-hour shift to be over or anything, with a manager breathing down our necks like, oh, well, if there's no customers here, like I can just hear it now. If there's no customers, then we have time to clean everything. And I'm just so grateful. That's so, like, I don't know. It just really used to weigh on me every time managers would, like, they wouldn't help us at all. Like, most of them just wouldn't help us. I know that's technically, like, not their job. They're supposed to manage, but I've had some really shitty managers in the past. Can't see it, but there's cilantro and spinach in the bottom, and then mushrooms, cheese, that is plant-based meat, plant-based chicken. Oh, I have some tortillas strips and some croutons, and a cilantro avocado dressing. Yo, this salad is bomb. This salad is so good. I just took one bite and I can't wait to eat the rest of it. It is so delicious.
My hands underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind. 'Cause all of me.
Hello again. I am back home. I've been here for a few hours since we got done with the walk, and I edited a video. The one from Malacca, which I will link up here. I'm not hungry for dinner yet, so I'm just gonna relax and scroll through social media or watch a new TV show or something. I'm not sure yet, but I am done for the night, and yeah, I'll probably just go ahead and say goodnight because it'll probably be just a couple of hours before I go to sleep, and I'm not doing anything else for today. So, mwah! I will see you all in the morning.